What's good, YouTube? This is Delteros, and today I'm going to be doing a gym leader tier list. Um, yes, I'm going to be covering all 9 generations in this tier list. I'm not doing like a tier list for each generation because it's usually only 8 dudes. So now we're not doing that. We're going to get all this done in one go. So this might take a minute. I hope you're wearing your comfy pants. Um, Thank you guys again for 35 subs. Trying to hit 50 by February, or by the end of February, rather. Um, I will be covering Pokemon Day. Um, yeah, let's get into this. Okay, first up, we've got Brock. Honestly, Brock has no personality in the games. His entire personality is covered in the anime, and he is an S tier character in the anime. Like he is that dude who brings levity to otherwise like idiotic situations. He is the audience stand-in when you don't understand what's going on in a battle. He, for some reason, cannot get a girl. Maybe it's because he tries too hard. um, his Onyx was actually cool in the anime. I mean, what more is to say? Next up, we got Misty. The first time you interact with her in a game, I believe you interrupt a date or something, and it's just very typical teenage girl stuff. Her anime appearances are a lot more in depth. She has a lot more character, and she is probably a B tier character. Like not terrible, but not great either. Um, she does grow as a character. She becomes less self-centered. She actually makes Ash fight for the badge when her sisters try to give it to him. Um, yeah, although had he used Pikachu in that battle, had Pikachu not refused to fight, he would have won easily. So he absolutely deserved that battle, that badge. Next up, Surge. Once again, they talk about a war that he was in or something. They call him the Lightning American, which means they acknowledge that America exists in the Pokemon universe. Um, and once again, he's one of those characters that doesn't have a lot of personality outside of the anime. Tunda badge. Um, yeah, he's a deep character. Like, for the limited interaction we get with him, he is a good character, but he doesn't have enough to actually justify being any higher. Erica, I don't remember. I think E tier is probably going to be for all the gym leaders I don't remember, and yes, there are a lot of them. Sorry, phone, why you do this? Um, Next up, we've got Koga. He's a ninja. He poisons things. That is his entire shtick. Um, like the one thing you can actually say about him, because I don't remember him from the anime, is that he does get a glow up and become an Elite Four member in Gen 2. So clearly he does something right. But still, I don't remember much. Same with, I don't even know who this is. Like, let me run through the, um, yeah, no, for some reason they stuck Janine here, I think. Yeah, no, they stuck Janine on this roster instead of on the Gen 2 roster. That's weird. Um, yeah. Next up, we have Sabrina. Haunter making her laugh to win a battle was like the best part of her character. Other than that, She had Alakazam in Gen 1. She was basically one of the hardest gym leaders in the game, if not the hardest gym leader in the game. Because in Gen 1, whether you realize it or not, Psychic had no weaknesses because Dark type didn't exist yet, and Ghost had no moves. So yeah, A tier gym leader. Um, Blaine is an interesting one because because he was one of the scientists who helped create Mewtwo. In fact, at least in the manga, it was his DNA that they fused with Mew's to make Mewtwo happen. And like he even used Mewtwo against Lance in the manga to try to atone for all of that mess. Um, but yeah, his quiz thing in the games was kind of funny. Um, Honestly, fire is an underrepresented typing in gym leaders, I believe. Oh no, I can think of at least 3 or 4 gym leaders with fire typing. So yeah, no, it's not really underrepresented. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, C tier. Giovanni, absolute S tier. His appearances in the anime were fantastic. Um, he was like the only gym leader that actually had an arc in the games because he was actually the boss of Team Rocket. So you had to interact with him more than once, and like you actually changed his mind by beating him in a gym battle. That was cool. Yeah. Next up, Blue. He's your rival in Generation 1. He's a gym leader in Gen 2. Um, as a rival, he's fantastic. He is antagonistic enough to be a good rival while at the same time being a good enough person and good enough character to genuinely want to help people. And he absolutely is a good champion, at least as good as Gen 1 champion could be, given the move pool and Pokemon pool and all that crap. So yeah, A tier. Actually, nah. Nah, you know what? Nah, you know what? Blue's S tier. Faulkner. Absolute G. Not E tier, because like I said, that's going to be for the characters I don't really remember, but all I remember about this dude is his Pidgeotto was like level 18. So, yeah. Bugsy, I think, is her name, or his name. Is that a dude or chick? I can't tell. Either way, had a Scyther. That was kind of mean for, like, a gym, but not nearly as mean as Whitney, so we'll put them in C tier. Um, Whitney, um, that Miltank was mean, but if you did the trade to get the Machop, you kind of just steamrolled it. So yeah, B tier. Um, Morty was cool. They tried to make Ghost type into a gym leader with when there were only like 3 existing Ghost types that were worth a crap. So um, Morty did the best he could with what he had. Um, Chuck, fighting type, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was cool. I like the whole wrestler, like not really wrestler, just strongman thing he had going for him. I guess. I don't really remember much else, so he gets that. Sorry. Um, Jasmine worked an Ampharos into illness and then like refused to do a gym battle until you went and got the medicine for it. Absolute D tier character. Um, I don't even remember this dude's name. I remember he was an ice type gym leader and he had a Piloswine and he was all right. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me, I don't remember a lot of the gym leaders' names. They were non-consequential characters to me, and like they had to do something spectacular to stand out. I'm not good. The only reason Claire stands out is because she cried like a child when you beat her, and she was supposed to be a dragon trainer. And why they stuck dragon trainers in the first two generations when there were hardly any dragons and like no dragon type moves, I don't know. So yeah, D tier. Roxanne, or should I call her Broxanne because they basically used the same Pokemon. Um, she was cool. She was like a school teacher or something, and I don't know. Uh, Rolly, I think his name was. Yeah, he was a fighting type gym leader. He was cool. Weird that they gave a fighting type gym leader a surfer aesthetic. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Um, Watson, the second electric type gym leader, I believe, and he was just a goofy old man. Um, if I remember, his battle wasn't particularly hard, but it wasn't like the easiest thing in the world, so I'll give him a B. Um, Flannery, whiny, spoiled child who had to learn not to be so spoiled. Your defeat humbled her, but she was not a good character for the longest time. Um, Norman, S tier, one of the few actual dads we see in the Pokemon games, and he had slackings. He had two slackings, if I'm not mistaken. Dude was busted. Um, let's see. I don't even remember this chick's name. Let me look her up because I do not remember her name at all. She was inconsequential. So that must be Winona. Oh, she was the Fortree City gym leader. Okay, I got you. I got you. Fortree City. Winona. Oh, she was the flying type. Yeah. Um, her team was kind of garbage until like she was able to put stuff on Pelipper. Like she had spikes and stuff because Skarmory, but other than that, it was not great. I do remember now. Yeah, not great. Tate and Liza. This was, I think, the first double battle gym, and the whole psychic theme. It was kind of cool. Uh, Wallace. I don't care for this character. Like, I just don't. Um, uh, who is this guy again? Alright, gym leaders. Was this supposed to be Wallace? Yeah, it had to have been Wallace. No? Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that dude's Wallace. I don't know who this dude is. Why is he on this list? They really need to make it when you hover over a picture, it tells you the person's name. I don't remember this dude at all. Yeah, sorry I'm having to look some of these guys up, but they really aren't. Like, Rourke was cool. Like, he helps you get fossils, I think, and he helps you, like, yeah, he's just a good rock gym leader. He runs Cranidos. I respect it. Um, Fiona has a turtwig. That's all I remember about this character. Um, so yeah, she gonna go right here. Um, I don't even remember this character's name. I remember Candace's gym could soft lock you, so yeah, it gets docked points for that. Um, I remember Fantina's gym or Fatina, however, had that stupid quiz crap they had you do, and then like, and she was a pain in the butt to get to anyway, because you had to do contests and you had to do this and that, and you had to beat a certain amount of the Team Plasma stuff, or not Team Plasma, but Team Galactic. Blech. It was annoying. Yeah, most of these later gym leaders are probably going to be in the lower tiers because I don't remember them and I don't like them outright. Yeah, and don't ask me anything about Gen 5. I don't remember anything about Gen 5 except for like the one or two anime clips I've seen of Ash like running in and out with Pokemon against the one chick with the guitar. Mm, yeah, I don't remember you. Pressure was kind of cool. Yeah, Byron's. I mean, Roy's dad. He used steel types. I don't remember much beyond that. Um, Vulcan was cool. Like, it took your battle to actually help him get motivated to be a gym leader again, and that was kind of a cool little mini arc for a character. Um, yeah. Um, I do not care about any of the Gen 5 gym leaders, bro. I just don't. I'm sorry. They're all bad. Just, I know people who like Gen 5 are gonna come at my throat for this, but it's like, I just keep in mind that E tier doesn't necessarily mean they're bad gym leaders. It just means that I don't remember them. At least in most cases. Sometimes it might mean they're bad gym leaders, but if they're bad, I'll tell you why they're bad. As for these guys, I just don't remember them. Like, I barely played through Gen 5, whereas I played through the first four generations multiple times. Um, yeah, I didn't know Iris was a gym leader. Iris is the one I actually remember, and she's only getting C tier because, yeah, she was D tier because she was a brat in the anime, but at least she had a character that I can actually remember. Um, yeah, I remember Charon. Um, this was the one that Ash had the battle with where he kept running in and out with Pokemon. So I'll give her a C tier just for the hilarity of that stupid, like, lobotomized Ash scene. Um, Yet again, don't remember them. Viola was cool. The whole photography shtick was kind of funny. Her Vivillon were kind of cool. Like, or was kind of cool, I guess. Um, Grant had one of my absolute all-time favorite Gen 6 Pokemon with Tyrant, and honestly, the other thing I remember most about him is the weird hair and the fact that for some reason it took like an hour to get to the second gym after the first gym was like crazy. So yeah, he could go indeed here. Farina being the Mega Evolution successor, and because stuff in ZA has had like the most development out of any of the later term gym leaders, so like gotta give her a B. Ramos kind of has old groundskeeper vibes. He kind of reminds me of like Boothby from Star Trek or Hagrid from Harry Potter. So yeah, I'll give him that. I'll give him a C tier for that. Clement was the companion trainer that like ran around with Ash in Gen 6, and his whole robotics thing was kind of cool. So yeah, do not remember the fairy chick. I know she's referenced in GA. I don't remember anything about. I remember Ash fought Drasna, and like Drasna had a vision about him, so she had some kind of importance in the story. Um, I remember Wolfric was that just big. He was like big, hearty laughs and Santa Claus, and just like he reminded me a lot of Santa Claus. And he handed Ash Greninja his butt in their first outing, and um, yeah, he gets some points for that. Okay, so who's next? Oh, do they really count as gym leaders though? Like really? They ain't even gym leaders. Yeah, y'all get. I hated Gen 7. Trial captains are not gym leaders. Sorry, I just I can't get down with that. Like some of them were cool, but this is a gym leader tier list, not a trial captain Huna tier list. That they ain't the same. Even though, like, let's be real, gym for the island trials were just reworked gym leader crap, but it was like the puzzle without the gym battle and yeah, I bit my tongue. Sorry. Um, yeah, I just don't care for any of these characters. I mean, they're cool characters. Don't misunderstand. You know what? I have to do better. I have to do better because they are some cool characters. Um, yeah, Kiawe was cool. His whole rivalry thing that he had going on with Ash was kind of funny. Um, Acerola was cool. Like, if I don't put Acerola in at least C tier, and Yoneder's probably going to have my head. Um, the Kahunas were kind of cool because, like, at least they tried to do something towards the end of the game when the Ultra Beasts attacked. Olivia's cool. Um, yeah, no, Nanu was dope. We like Nanu. He's just that old man that don't care. I don't know what her deal was, but she was alright. Um, Clay 2.0 with like Ditto face. It was like big dude with small head. I don't get it. Um, he really didn't have a personality. I don't really remember any of the um gym leaders' personalities from this generation. Uh, Nessa was kind of cool, I guess. Um, Kofu or no, his name wasn't Kofu. That was Gen 9. Uh, I don't remember his name, but he was the fire type dude that had you like catch fire types or something in his gym, and that was the challenge. So yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. Um, B's little arc with Ash was kind of cool. Uh, I don't know anything about Alice. Old woman gets points for being weird, like the whole quiz show thing that she had you do, and yada yada yada. But yeah, B as a rival was okay. I'll give him B tier for. I'll give him solid B tier for rival. Um, I really don't remember anything about this character. Oh God, like people in the chat are gonna come at me because a lot of people like Melanie because yeah, fan service reasons. So we're gonna. I'm just no. Um, Pierce was a gym leader in Gen 8 that actually did something. Like all throughout the game, he was right there, and I respect that. So yeah, he has to be B tier. Does Marnie really qualify as a gym leader? She didn't become a gym leader until after the game. So, but, I mean, as a character, she's definitely B tier. Uh, Raihan. Aside from his rivalry with Leon, that's really all we know about him. So he gets to be C tier. Um, Talk about characters that wasted their generation's gimmick. Um, I guess Katie was cool. Although, actually, no. You know what? No. Why you got bugs in a bakery? Stop that. Um, Brassius was that weird artsy fartsy type. Um, Iono is probably the one who used the gimmick the best, and you know she is a accurate representation of obnoxious influencer culture today. So yeah, Kofu was kind of funny. I like how his gym challenge was just you bringing him his wallet and then buying some seaweed for him. Um, Larry, absolutely goated S tier. Like this man is a true representation of Japanese work ethic. This man held down 3 jobs and probably got paid pennies for all of them. Oh, Miss Miss Rhyme, she was cool. Her rhymes were corny, but I mean, at least they tried to do something. Yeah, I don't care about this chick. Um, I find it funny that Grusha was a dude. That amused me. Um, all right, that's been my gym leader tier list, everybody. Um, Trying to hit 50 subscribers by the end of February. Thank you guys again for 35. Um, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I can't do this without y'all. Um, this been Delteros. Don't be me. Be better.